Hey guys, today we're going to be working on another I Heart Nail Art texture tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute sugared stars and stripes manicure. Let's get started! As far as supplies go, you'll need painter's tape, a star-shaped hole punch. I got this one from Michael's craft store, a makeup wedge for sponging, a small nail art brush, and a little bit of wax paper. The first step, which I'm not showing here, is to paint your nails with a base of Sally Hansen Complete Salon Manicure in I Lilac You. Then, using Sally Hansen Xtreme Wear in Violet Voltage and your nail art brush, paint 3 stripes vertically down your nail. I'm using some wax paper as my palette here, but make sure you keep some set aside for later. As you're painting your stripes, be sure to leave space between them for your second color. If you need to, you can go over each stripe a couple of times to make sure the color is bright and opaque. Now we're going to do the same thing but with your second color. I'm using Sally Hansen Xtreme Wear in Mellow Yellow. Again, you may have to go over your lines a couple of times to get the colors bright and opaque. It's time to top coat. Once we put the textured stars on the manicure, we won't want to top coat them, so now's the time to seal in your stripes. You also will want to make sure your manicure is completely dry before you move on. Grab a piece of painter's tape and stick it onto a small piece of wax paper. The wax paper allows us to punch the tape precisely where we want it, instead of fighting with the sticky side and the small hole punch. Use your hole punch and punch 3 stars out of the piece of tape, taking care to leave a little bit of space between each of them. Peel the piece of tape off of the wax paper slowly. Place the tape on your nail, paying attention to where the stars are ending up. Make sure to stick it down with a good amount of pressure, because we don't want any loose edges that polish can sneak under. Again, it's important your nails are very dry before you attempt this step. Now we need our sugar coat polish and a makeup wedge. This textured polish is called Cotton Candies. Paint the textured polish onto the makeup wedge. It's going to absorb the first coat, so put a couple on there the first time. What's cool about using this method with textured polish is that the sponge doesn't absorb the textured pieces, so it's going to be extra textured when we go ahead and sponge it onto our nail. Lightly tap your sponge over the tape. This is going to transfer the polish and the texture particles onto your nail. The tape's going to block the areas that it's covering, so when we remove it, we're going to have awesome pink sugar stars. I want my look extra textured, so I'm going to sponge on a second round of the sugar coat polish. You could stop at 1 though if that's what you prefer. Slowly and gently pull off your piece of tape to reveal your sugar stars. Remember, since sugar coat polishes aren't meant to be worn with top coat, you'll need to give it a few extra moments to set. Besides that, you're finished!